What up, media? What up? This is Drewize coming at like this. Drewize topics. Topic is today. I like to talk about as a topic is the minister Louis Farrakhan is warning people of color, such as black folks, and his teaching is not hate, and his teaching is not prejudice or racist at all. It's not. When he's teaching black folks, you know, and warning black folks of a particular man, such as a Caucasian man, is going to do to us, people of color, like me or anybody else. Okay, I can say this. When I started listening to Louis Farrakhan, you know, back when I was like my late teens, like 19 years old, early 20s. And I started listening to this man. And he drew my attention about a particular topic he was discussing, you know. And as I kept listening to this man and kept on listening to this man, listening throughout the years, you know, I never met this man at all. I never shook his hand. I never seen him face to face. But only when I seen him was on his YouTube, you know, when they post of his lectures on YouTube of the old, when he was back in like the 70s and 80s and 90s and stuff like that. I saw those YouTube posts and stuff in the 2000s too. Now, as I listened to this man, you know, Minister Louis Farrakhan, he never once said, as a hateful way, like this: if you see the man that's opposite of you, opposite of color and different race, such as a white man, and you see this white man, go up to him and put your hands on him, knock him down, or possibly kill this white man or woman with your firearm. You know, he never said that, you know. As I listened to Louis Farrakhan, he never preached about hate the white man or white woman at all. He never said that. And that's why he gets so much hate, that people accuse him of hate because of what comes out of his tongue. The man is just teaching truth, you know, truth. That's it, you know. That's how I look at it, because I was listening to this man when I was 19 years old, and he never once said at all, hate the white man and, you know what I'm saying, kill the white man when you see him. No, that's hate and prejudice right there, you know. But what he's doing far as his lectures, and he's teaching black folks and black men and black women, is warning black men and black women of what this particular Caucasian is going to do to us people of color, such as black folks like me. So he also teaches about knowledge of self, knowledge of God, and things like that, you know, and origin of blackness, you know. So, and also he teaches, you know, things like what to eat and what not to eat, you know, such as pork, you know, how we should not eat that at all because it's forbidden to eat, and the pork is unclean, you know. So I don't even know what the meaning of anti-Semitic or something like that, anti-Semite. I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing it's something negative. But Louis Farrakhan is teaching, you know, truth, and he has knowledge and wisdom of his own understanding of looking at things, you know. So he's not prejudiced and he's not racist. And he do not teach hate at all. You know, I have listened to Elijah Muhammad's teachings and his lectures before, but he sounds kind of a low tone, soft tone of voice man. He probably got passionate and, you know, And I also listen to Malcolm X, lectures and stuff like that. But Louis Farrakhan, he drew my attention when I was a younger man, when I was over at my mother's house and I used her computer. I was on YouTube and I said, who is this Louis Farrakhan? So I clicked on it and it was talking about a particular topic, and what he was saying, it was true and in all honesty, And as I was listening to this man, I didn't even pick up or even thought that what he was saying was hate or prejudice or teaching hate at all. So what the man is doing, he's teaching truth, like I said, knowledge of self, knowledge of blackness, knowledge of God, and things like that. So if Louis Farrakhan come across this video, I like to meet him, shake his hand, have a conversation with him, laugh, giggle, whatever. But I could say this because all the years I've been, listening to Louis Farrakhan on YouTube and stuff like that, he never said nothing about hatred, or prejudice or anything like that towards the white man, aka Caucasian man. So that's that. I mean, when I hear Louis Farrakhan, I did look at Caucasian man and Caucasian woman differently, but not hate, not hate at all. Because I myself do not have hate in my heart or prejudice in my mind. I don't think so, because I think that's very stupid to dislike something and hate something and feel prejudice about something that is the opposite of you, So this video that I'm talking about, and this is on YouTube, is about Louis Farrakhan. He is the minister, the leader of the Nation of Islam. And he's just warning black people, people of color, and what this particular Caucasians going to do to the opposite of him. What they call it? Minorities, So, I mean, I don't see why people even label him as that. Like, he's a hate teacher and he's hate this, he hate that. I don't think so. I don't see that, at all. As I listen to this man, I could tell if I get a chance to meet Louis Farrakhan, and I could tell him that what you speak off your tongue is not any way, not by far, not even close at all, hate teaching, prejudice teaching, racist teaching. No. It's truth. It is truth. Split down the middle, silent handshake, truth. So, I mean, I never prayed to this God that the Nation of Islam pray to is Allah, because I use the proper name Jehovah. That's what I call God, Jehovah. The one that says I am. So I do pray. More than 3 times. Like a Muslim. But I look at it like this. Muslim means, to me, someone is upright, righteous, peace, humble, kind, and all positive. That's what I think a Muslim is, So I'm interested, looking at Louis Farrakhan's lectures and stuff like that. And, Elijah Muhammad and, Malcolm X and things like that. Because I do, currently, still to this day, I still listen to Louis Farrakhan lectures on YouTube, when I go out, say, or I'm catching the bus or I'm in a cab, I have him playing on my cell phone and I listen to him on my headphones, So, like I said, YouTube viewers, Louis Farrakhan is not a hate teacher, not a prejudice teacher, and not a racist teacher or minister. He's a minister of truth, but what happened in the past and what's going to happen in the future. So a lot of people don't believe that because they do not listen to what he's saying. Because whatever flows off his tongue, the world does not want to hear that, sometimes. Because sometimes when it comes to Caucasian folks, when a certain black man speaks the truth, Caucasian man or woman don't want to hear it, And just like this, I look at it like this. It's a fact of what he's saying. It's true with what he's saying. It's true. Even though the world changes, the time changes, but it's still the same. Slavery is still existing today, in a different form, So, I look at it like this. I'm a follower of, of Louis Farrakhan, of his teaching, But just like somebody else said that Louis Farrakhan is not preparing us, I kind of not agree with that man when he said that. I don't know. He's another guy on YouTube. I don't know who he is, but he said he's not preparing us for what's going to happen. Well, I look different. I look like he's warning me, So he had to be warning me. He had to be warning somebody else. So I don't believe that what that man was talking about. But that's that. Louis Farrakhan is warning people of color, such as black man and black woman, teaching them the self-knowledge, knowledge of God, origin of their blackness, of our blackness, So call it how you see it, Call it how you see it. Because that's how I look at it, That's how I look at it, Because a lot of things I didn't know, when I listened to him and I heard what he said, I was like, I never knew that. I knew that we were once slaves. Black folks was once slaves. And I also found out that the Indians and the Caucasian man was once slaves too. But the slave master didn't want to use the Indian man and the white man. He didn't want to use them because they didn't get the job done, But he used who? The black man, So I didn't know that, So I just found that out, So that's why I kind of realized that's why you see more, at that time, more blacks, throughout time in slavery, So true enough, when I found out that the slaves was run away from the plantation, wanted to get away from that slave master, want to be free, they integrated with Indians, race mixing and all that stuff like that. That's why some of us, our skin color is the way it is. Our hair is the way it is, some of us, throughout time. And sometimes that bloodline travels through generation stuff. So that's that. Drewize topics, You can post a comment about what I just said. It's all honesty. It's all honesty, yo. You can like, share, subscribe. Do what you have to do, I am Drewize, and this is Drewize Topics. Y'all be easy. Peace.